Sergeant Major Frederick William Hall and Lieutenant Robert Shanklin became known as the Pine Street Boys.
Only 69 Canadian soldiers earned the Victoria Cross during the First World War. 3 of them happened to live on the same street, Pine Street in Winnipeg's West End.
A lot of people don't know that it was originally called Pine Street, and they don't know the story of the Pine Street Boys. At least they didn't know until today.
Pine Street was renamed to Valor Road in the soldiers' honor. Corporal Leo Clark, Sergeant Major Frederick William Hall, and Lieutenant Robert Shanklin were all awarded the Victoria Cross close to a century ago. And today, those medals, which are the highest military honor in the British Empire, are on display at the Manitoba Museum for the very first time.
It's absolutely exhilarating because it's such an honor and so rare to be able to accomplish something like this. To get the real Victoria Crosses out to Winnipeg is indeed a heck of an accomplishment.
The families of Clark, Hall, and Shanklin gave the medals to the Canadian War Museum in Ottawa, where they were first displayed together in 2012.
Dad said, never send them to a museum until you're sure they're going to go on display.
At the Battle of Passchendaele, Lieutenant Robert Shanklin led his men to a forward position, which they held during a fierce counterattack.
And now they are on display in Winnipeg. Through the efforts of the Royal Military Institute of Manitoba and the Manitoba Museum, the medals are now on loan from the Canadian War Museum until November 14th.
Every year we used to sit down and clean them all and clean the gun and the whole kit and caboodle. And then, I don't know how many years ago now, it must have been about 5 years ago, we had a break-in in the apartment, and luckily enough these things were put away at the time, and I thought, well, maybe it's time to hand it over to the museum.
The medal that once sat vulnerable in an apartment living room is now transported in armored vehicles by authorized personnel under extremely tight security.
Isn't that strange? You know, like it was meant to be, that they wouldn't be touched, that they would still rest in whatever place of honor Leo Clark had put them in. It makes you wonder sometimes, doesn't it?
The Victoria Cross is awarded for the most exceptional bravery and takes precedence over all other orders, decorations, and medals. Each of the Pine Street soldiers received the honor in separate engagements in the face of the enemy.
They were won in battle, they were won, they're earning freedom for Canadian citizens. It means a lot.
For Go Winnipeg, I'm Jessica Cable.